future loser and current loser. I guess there's a... Did I not get the burnt orange phone call? Did anybody get the burnt orange phone call? Why was I not on the tree? I need to get a text about this. Are we wearing burnt orange on Thursdays or what? I guess so. Shit. Nobody tells me.
The woman of the moment here, whose fate really hangs in the balance of what's going on behind me, Kari Lake.
Who hangs in the balance of what's going on behind me. Uh-huh. It sure does.
Gubernatorial candidate, we still have to call you that.
Yes, because you're never going to be governor.
Even though we're 2 days after this election. Kari, thanks so much for joining us here on Newsmax. I want to get your first off reaction to anything new that you've heard this morning. Obviously, we're getting some reports, but you're right in the inside on the thick of it. Is there anything you...
Yeah, you're at a frame store, apparently, where this is the center of voting in Phoenix. Obviously, the framing movement is big. A lot of people have knickknacks. They have childhood photos. They have wedding photos. And getting things framed is the center of the economy in Arizona. We're hoping to be one of the biggest exporters of picture frames, both wood and metal, all over the world. And that's why I'm down here at Frames R Us. What the fuck is going on in the background? Calm down, you egomaniac.
You can share with our viewers about where this count is at this moment.
Well, can we check in? Hold on. Hobbs Lake race. Current state of the race. Current thing. What's going on right fucking now? What's going on? Hold on. Back up. Whoops. Shit. Back up. Half a point. Tight. 988,626 votes to 969,241. That's substantial. You getting into the tens, like 13,000, something like that? It's 19,000 votes. That's a lot. Yeah, she's not going to make it up. The ones that are out there, they're coming back in. Nope. Apache's got 67,000 in. She's getting double what's coming out of Apache County. Cochise County, she's winning there, but it's a smaller county, 22 to 15, not double numbers, just a little bit above. These are the ones coming in later. So 34, we're still expecting these. She's got a double lead here, 7,600 to 14,000 in Gila County, but 13, I think that might be the whole shebang though. Yeah, 95% in. Whereas Apache County's at 66% in. Where's the biggest drop in here? 80% in Yuma. That's a big one. Again, 21-15. There's not going to be enough to make up the numbers in that because they're going to come in relatively normal. And they're going to come in slanted Democrat because the Republicans, especially Kari Lake fans, were told to vote in person. Benny Loco, what are you talking about? Why are you talking like that? What do you think is happening? Seriously. How? She's going to lose. What is happening? So, yeah. Hina, I can see. Okay. Where's the... Okay, and the other one is Pima County, 70% in. This is Kornacki territory. And Pima County's big, lots of stuff coming in. And that's... they're supposed to break Republican. The smaller ones will. The bigger ones won't. Is she? Is she venting? Okay. That's fine.
Well, they're dragging their feet and there's...
Are they hand counting ballots because you fucking assholes make a big deal out of it?
Slow rolling the results, and they're trying to delay the inevitable. We will win this. I'm 100% sure of that.
Yeah, nobody's 100% sure of that. It's out of your hands. The voters make the choice. Everybody is up. It's always up for grabs, especially when it's tight. Fuck you. And if you do come in where you're getting it close, it's still nothing to crow about because you're basically evenly split. You're not getting some sort of giant mandate.
No, the ballots that are left to be counted are the ones primarily, I have them right in front of me, 621,000, almost 622,000 votes left to be counted. A good chunk of those, more than half, 384,000 are mail-in ballots that people carried to the polling place on election day.
No, less than half of them were ones that they carried on election day. And a lot of those folks, there's this idea that somehow it was on election day and they dropped them off at the polling places. And that meant that they were Republican votes. That is not how they are breaking. And the reality is that's how a lot of Democrats did it. They didn't trust the mail, or they didn't vote. They didn't mail them in by Friday, and they were worried that they wouldn't get there on time. And they'd rather just make sure, so they walked them the fuck in. That's the deal. And they didn't want them to take until, Saturday to be, to arrive by mail and then get counted later.
Day to hand deliver. Those are people who don't trust the drop boxes and don't necessarily trust the postal service, and those will fall our way heavily. We estimate at the low end, those will fall 60% our way. At the high end, perhaps even over 80%.
Lunacy.
And then we also have 17,000 of those drawer 3 ballots. Those are the ones where, 70 different voting centers had shoddy machines that weren't working.
Tabulators. Notice she's not saying voting machines or ballot machines.
This is just an embarrassment.
Republican-run counties.
The people of Arizona are sick and tired of elections being run like we're in some banana republic.
Yeah, this is earlier, right? Yeah, because right now it's 988 versus 969. The distance between them has grown since this. And even then, she was down. She was down by 13,000.
And we won't have it anymore. We're going to win this. Everybody in this state knows we're going to win it.
No, they don't. Even if you thought every one of my voters, every Republican in this state knows we're going to win this because there's more of us, blah, blah, blah. You can make that case. Democrats don't know you're going to win it, or they wouldn't have fucking voted, and it's just weird.
I was running against a basement candidate who didn't even campaign, didn't debate, and the people...
You're that bad a candidate, so they could just coast in. They don't even have to talk to you when they get elected. That's amazing.
People didn't vote for her. There was zero excitement, and
if there's zero excitement and she's beating you by 13,000 votes, a margin wider than Biden, 19 now, a margin wider than Biden won the state by.
This is ridiculous. And we will, mark my words, starting on day one, begin to reform our elections so that they're fair, honest, and transparent.
Okay, so you're going to get elected during an election that is not fair, honest, and transparent, but you're still going to take office. That's the idea. So it is her contention that she's going to win handily in an election that was not fair or honest. What do you do? Step down?
Kari, I know your team, who I've been speaking with, and very concerned about the
Know them? You're on them.
Transparency. Obviously, you went to vote in a very Democratic area of Maricopa County yourself to make sure the polling
because she fucking lives there.
Was, working, things went right. How do you feel now about what is happening and that this counting is going to be done in a way that does not hurt Republicans, that it's...
Look behind you. Don't ask her. She's standing in front of one of the tabulating places. It's right there.
Fair that every vote is counted in the way it was cast specifically. Do you have assurances? Is your gut telling you anything about how you think they will do this, seeing the...
Yes, ask her what her gut is telling her, because her gut tells her that Donald Trump is still president.
Eyes of the world and are on Maricopa County today?
Yeah, I'm only finding, hold on one second. I want to find I'm going to go to decision 22, go right back to the top. And we'll go to Arizona, and we'll go to... Mark Kelly is over 1 million votes now, 51% to 46. He's gonna win. There's still 606,000 votes outstanding. It seems like that would be the same number of votes in theory outstanding for governor too, but yeah, remaining 617,000. That's a lot of votes. And all of them early and mail-in, just like last time. So here you go. Let me show you this real quick. There you go. 50.5 to 49.5. It's a whole point separation. With 76% of the votes coming in. If it breaks over 55% in the mail-in batches that come in just 2 of the batches that are coming up, and I think there's some coming tonight, that will put Katie Hobbs over the 80% vote in and above 50%, and they'll end up calling it. Yeah, 19.4 right now. Like I said, what was the margin in Arizona? Like 11,000 votes for Biden. House, let's see how the House is going. Yeah. 2 not called, 4 GOP, 3 Dem. They gained 1 seat there because of redistricting. Hodge is ahead in House 1. And let's see, show more. House 6 is 51-49, so it'll be a wash. Yeah, Gosar ran unopposed in House 9. That's a fucking shame. Because Gosar is fucking weird. Somebody could have run a Democrat in that area and I think chipped away at it. I'm not moving there, though. Jesus. So, let's see. 55, nothing so far. And then the ballot measure that came up, increased voter ID. No got 50.8. Yes got 49.2. That's going to tell you a little bit about how the governor's race and the Kari Lake thing is going to go. And again, nobody wants voter ID until such time as you get it for free. Once you're as long as you're charging people for a voter ID, then it's a poll tax.
I have very little faith in some of the people that are operating that Maricopa County elections.
You mean the Republicans?
I think they're incompetent. I'm going to be real honest. But
if you win, you'll accept it.
I'm always going to be honest. I think they're incompetent. But we will get through this. We have a lot of attorneys. We have poll watchers. We have people help.
Yep. You got. But the best thing about this, by the way, all these assholes that were loitering in fucking parking lots, armed to the teeth, and just walking around with a gun strapped to their fucking flak jacket like an asshole, basically doing this like creepy Unabomber tailgating bullshit in Arizona. You know what those people did? They wasted their fucking time. And they spent their entire time there filming and staring at people who were just voting. And that in and of itself means that they are going to have, once she loses, people are going to go, weren't you there? What'd you see? I mean, we didn't see, we saw some stuff. I mean, we filmed some stuff, but I don't know if it's anything like that. And their family and their friends who believe this bullshit are going to turn on them.
With the adjudication, we want to make sure this is done as fair as possible.
No, you want to win by pressuring people and creating the illusion that you're being cheated early.
And then we will work with state.
Those people who are watching, did they even vote? I don't even know if they're fucking citizens, much less Arizonans.
Lawmakers.
Arizonians? Yeah, we'll go with that.
To reform our elections. This is outrageous. People shouldn't have.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Boys and girls, we've got the magic word. That's right. Congratulations. I feel like I should have I need some sort of do I have confetti? How about this? La-da! She said it. She said outrageous. Outrageous is a word that politicians use when they know they are lying and that the accusations against them are true and the accusations that they are making to try and rebuff those things are false. Outrageous is a bullshit control word, and anybody who says it in normal conversation, we're like, that's outrageous. It's outrageous that people would even suggest. Blah, 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 blah. That's That's one of those words that is inherently true by its nature on all extreme statements, but does not call into question the truth of said statement. It is, it triggers me every time. It doesn't trigger me. I'm just telling you, this is something to watch out for. Anybody who goes outrageous, believe me, I've got it figured out. I need that. How about that? Did that actually play? No, I didn't even hear that one. Did it make the noise? Nope. Why do some of them work and some of them don't? That's very funny. Maybe this one. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an outrageous. All right, so remember, it is and by the way, it's not just a GOP word, Alyosher. It is a politician word. If a Democrat does it, it's the same thing. Just watch for it. I mean, it works across a bunch. It's not just politics, though we see it the most there. Sometimes you'll see it like in the Weinstein case or the Cosby case or that kind of shit. That's when it comes up. These are outrageous charges. Yeah, but they're true. Yeah, but can you imagine saying that kind of shit in public? Yeah, because it's true about you. Yeah, but it's outrageous. It is outrageous that you would do something like that. Yeah, but it's outrageous that you would say it. All right, fine.
Have to wait this long for election results. It's a terrible system. It's not working, and we need to work to make it better.
How do you do that? We're going to get rid of the machines, and we're going to draw straws. It's going to be like the Alamo. We're going to vote in this state like we're going over the top.
Well, hope.
It is currently 6:57 p.m. I'm going to finish in 3 minutes whenever this is done.
Hopefully, you may know some more information when this next drop happens at 6 o'clock tonight here.
Oh, I don't want to predict the future because this happened in the past, but she's going to get more information. Oh, believe me, you.
I'm in a room full of national media, but also some local media, and I want to tell you that some of the folks here are your former colleagues, and one of them couldn't give his name, but he does say hi, and they're pulling for you. What's your sense in your supporters? Your fan base is huge.
It's huge.
We know you did some great rallies. One in Prescott the night.
It's a movement. I am Trump. I'm drag Trump.
Before and yeah. So how are your thoughts and people who are looking at mainstream media and saying, well, Hobbs still has the lead? What's your message out there to folks?
Well, it's look, just because she's winning on the votes doesn't mean she's won the office. And the important thing is that power
to our big Kari Lake supporters and big.
Oh, Alex Jones's assets were frozen. Yes, he also got 428 million more in damages today.
This is it. This is why they slow roll the results. They slow roll the results.
No, they don't. This is how long it takes because you fuckers are like, check again, keep checking until I win. That's how we know when. How do I know when I'm done checking? When I won. That's how you fucking know.
They start with the trickle out of. They always put out the early ballots first because they know that's going to skew Democrat.
No, they don't.
Of course, we have ballots floating around everywhere in Arizona.
Yeah, most of them are, for the record, they are Republicans. Trump bought a bunch of them last election, and this time around, you basically called the same people and had them forge the same number of ballots for you. And obviously, just like him, you tried to do it on the cheap, and you couldn't afford it. And ultimately, you didn't buy enough votes to get you over the top.
And they start to set the narrative. This is how it's done. Oh, the Democrats are winning. Then they slow the count.
By the way, this is the blue mirage argument because to counter the red mirage idea, she's just making up an idea of a blue mirage out of whole cloth.
And they stop counting and they let it linger out there that it.
Do you have to let it linger? When I was in school, when that song was a hit, we used to go, would you like to smell my finger? It was stupid, but we did it anyways.
Looks like the Democrats are winning when they aren't.
Yes, they are.
They haven't counted the vote.
You're declaring victory before they've counted the vote. The fuck are you talking about?
We have closer to 700,000 ballots that haven't been counted.
Mm-hmm. And it's not going your way.
We waited a full day yesterday, and they counted just about 2%.
Son of a bitch.
Of the ballots. Katie.
Those bastards.
Hobbs has never been in the lead. They just haven't counted the votes. And
well, there you go. So she's, I know it seems like she's in the lead, but she's not in the lead because they haven't counted the votes. Well, that's true of you if you lose too. By the way, this is not a horse race once it starts. The votes are the votes are the votes. there are moments where you can tell from the vote whether there are enough outstanding votes to overtake it, and the percentages of whether or not they're going to break one way or the other will tell us, with some level of assurity which way it's going. But again, this isn't a race. The votes are the votes. Count all the votes, every single one of them. Make sure everybody who voted had their vote cast, as long as they are over 18 years old and a U.S. citizen, and whatever secondary rules Arizona has about felons voting, I don't know. But as long as they're legal votes, count the fuckers. That's the decider. That's why, Trump did the stop the steal, stop the count, stop, what? Okay, don't stop it now. We're losing. Stop the count when okay, we can't say stop the count because we're behind. Say stop the steal because we're behind. We must be having it stolen. We're behind.
Many of the votes are election day votes, which is where our people turn out.
No, it is not 2020 all over again.
We're going to win. We're going to win handily. I think Blake still has a great shot of winning, and Mark is well. This is outrageous the way it is.
Two of them. Too outrageous in a couple of sentences. And by the way, she does media. She used to be a local TV anchor person in Arizona for years. That's why she's sort of media savvy about this shit. She knows the outrageous rule. I guarantee it. She can't stop herself. She knows it.
They're trying to slow walk all of these election results to
make sure that they're all counted legitimately.
Try to pour cold water on this movement.
What? How would it? Who gives a fuck how long it takes? They could count right up to the moment that they have to decide, which is fucking January. The term doesn't end at the election. So if they're pouring cold water on your movement, it's because it's not really a movement. It's just a split state, and you're within striking distance, but you're gonna come up short.
This movement is on fire. No amount of water, no amount of ice can slow it or cool it. It's not going.
You can't cool fire without. Fire just goes out when it. Why don't you say sand?
Anywhere. We the people are awake, and we're taking our government back.
Yeah, it's the Great Awakening. Not that I'm a Q person, but we're taking our government back about 60 years, actually.
And I want my supporters, I want the good people of Arizona to know, do not lose faith. We have to work through this in order to repair it, and we will do that.
It's out of their hands now. They already fucking voted. They're not supposed to show up someplace with fucking pickaxes and help you with the end of the count.
We are strong, and we can do this, and God is.
We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong.
With us.
Shut up.
Well, we here at Newsmax will be right here watching all of this, getting the details from your folks who are the data folks.
I think you're right about the orange mafia thing. I think that's what this is. Everybody wear orange to prove you're on Team Trump. That's what it is. Whoever said that in the chat earlier, I think you're right.
And the attorneys, I do have to tell you, when I got
as much as I was joking about the burn orange thing, this is an orange mafia choice.
My credentials, and I said I was at Newsmax. It's interesting, Kari. They said, well, Newsmax is known for reporting maybe not exactly the facts on this, but we know we're getting it directly from your data team. Almost 650,000 votes still out there.
Her data team is not the fact base on it. The Secretary of State is. She gets her numbers from that number. The fuck?
We're going to continue to get the facts out to the people and the truth. So thanks so much for joining us today.
Well, sometimes they diverge on Newsmax.
We really appreciate it, and we'll be checking back in with you. So thank you, and hopefully, try to get a little bit of rest here while you watch these numbers come in.
All right, will do. Thank you so much.
Red tsunamis.
I was moved. The whole thing. Next up, Maricopa County election drama.
Again, and we've got a lot to talk about today, guys.
Yes, we do. And is that a playpen? It is a playpen. All right, that's good. You're just doing this from the kids' room. All right, that's fine. By the way, you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Wrapping it up for the night. We're going to have more of this stuff. There's a bunch of schadenfreude, and we got to keep watching some of these numbers come in. But I'm telling you, I'm with Boozy on this. I think on Twitter, I think 220 Dem in the House and 51 in the Senate. It's going to take us, Warnock's going to win it in December, but it will be back to where it was even before that happens. Kelly and Cortez Masto are going to win. Cortez Masto are going to win. For real. Yeah. And there's some weird, like, Republican flipping districts that people weren't counting on either. And I'm so watching the Boebert thing. That would be so sweet. I mean, again, it's hard to read that district, and it's down to the dozens. So it's going to have a recount, and God knows what happens. And it's her district, so I wouldn't doubt if there was a, one of these situations where they're like, there's fraud here. Like, how do you know? Because I hid a box of ballots under the table. Who are they for? His district? Fuck. Right. Yeah, Hobbs is going to win. Kari's going to lose. Yeah, Kari Lake is losing. She's going to lose. Count on it. It's going to be fun. Anyways, much love, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the morning show. Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else. And remember, our lesson this time around, besides the fact is that TYT are petulant assholes, and the right are almost always wrong. I mean, hey, even a broken clock. But on top of that, if you're ever presented with a choice that you believe is the lesser of two evils, choose less evil. It's a good practice. It really is. Okay, I adore you guys. Love you, and I will see you in the morning. Take care.